Coming up on Face the State, from senior services to the foster care system, even housing issues, there's one agency in Washoe County that handles it all. I'll sit down with them to find out how they could help you and why they're making some changes. Then, there's a new leader at the helm of our area's biggest food bank. Hear from him about his vision for the Food Bank of Northern Nevada, how badly they're needed even as our economy improves, and how you can help them. Face the State starts right after the break. Welcome to Face the State. I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for joining us. Well, if you're looking for help from Washoe County Social Services, there are some changes you should know about, starting with its name. Agency Director Amber Howell is here now to talk about that change. Amber, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so it used to be social services in one and then senior services in another, and I understand now there's been kind of a merge. So tell me about that.
Absolutely. So we used to have two separate entities. We had our social services department, which encapsulated our children's services division and our adult services division. And then the senior services department was completely separate. And so what we've done is we've merged both of those agencies under one, or departments under one umbrella. And so now we're a human services agency for every stage of life.
Now, what's the reason for having them all under the same umbrella?
One of the reasons is, so the Board of County Commissioners, one of their strategic objectives is to serve and support the vulnerable and indigent populations. And so it really drove us to, and the county commissioners, to move everybody under one agency so that they could get the support and resources without having to migrate from one division or department to the next based on their age.
Oh, okay. So if you started in child services and then turned 18, you have to get a whole new set of people to help you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so now that wouldn't happen.
Right, so you may get a new caseworker, but you don't have to enroll and disenroll in one program and go to another department. So you won't be new. You won't be new to an agency. So you'll have a seamless transition no matter what age you are.
Okay, so Human Services Agency is now the name we go by.
Yes.
Okay, and it's a huge department. It really encompasses a lot of different things. You want to give us an idea of everything you guys do?
Sure, so it's really three different divisions. We have our Children's Services Division, which is responsible for abuse and neglect, reports, foster care, adoption, or reunification with families. Our Adult Services Division really tailors towards case management, housing, shelter, substance abuse treatment, those types of services. And then our senior services population is really geared towards the major program is our Meals on Wheels program, nutritional services, case management, even nursing home care or adult day health for dementia or Alzheimer's patients. So it's really the gamut, depending on your age. It services all of the age groups that you see, depending on what the citizen needs.
Now, does any citizen qualify for this?
So on the children's services side, absolutely. There's no wrong door. We are called upon when needed. Adult services, you have to be eligible as indigent, homeless, in need of services, that sort of thing. And then seniors, you have to be age 60 or above. And then we have a lot of different grant fundings that can go to any type of population. So we have a mixed funding stream for senior services to help all different types of socioeconomic classes and age groups.
Now, I'd imagine that there are probably a lot of people who qualify for help from some of the services you provide who don't know it. Do you find that to be the case?
Absolutely. One of the things that we're really starting to work together on is our messaging so that the community and residents know what we provide. I mean, some people in the community don't know that we have Meals on Wheels program, a place where they can get a meal delivered to their home. Some people don't know that we have housing and substance abuse treatment facilities that can help the adult population. Or on the child welfare side, we also have a lot of services that we can do on a voluntary basis. They just need to ask for help. We can help with housing. We can help with, if they're in crisis or any type of thing. So it's important for us to start messaging and branding who we are and what we can provide to the community.
Yeah, it sounds like a great resource, and I imagine probably a lot of people are watching this thinking, well, I wonder if I could get some help. I'm a senior citizen, I'm housebound. For people like that, what kind of services do you provide to help them out a little bit?
So we have a home delivered meals program, and so that's for seniors who are homebound and can't get out to a congregate meal site at one of the senior centers. And that program has actually increased in the last 5 years to about 73%. So we've grown significantly in providing not only a meal, but we also added a second meal for those individuals within the last couple of years. So, it's 6 days a week providing a meal to their door. But not only that, it's somebody who has face-to-face interaction with them and can talk to them about what their needs might be, and then the services can be connected after that first contact. So very critical and important service that can be very beneficial to residents in Washoe County.
Yeah, and we know our senior population is growing too as baby boomers age. So are you experiencing a bigger demand for those services, and can you meet that demand?
So Nevada is actually the third fastest senior growing population in the nation. And so we have been increasing our meals and capacity over the years. But as the population increases, so do our services need to increase. And so we've received a tremendous amount of support from the county commissioners in doing what we can to first provide food to feed seniors, and then provide housing and case management and mental health services. And so they've done a really good job of supporting us in that objective. And we're continue to look at grant funding and other areas that can help as well.
How far would you say you are from being able to meet all the need? I mean, is there a big gap?
I would say we're about halfway. I think we do a pretty good job in continuing to increase our meal program. Some areas where we'd like to start focusing on is we have an adult day program for Alzheimer's and dementia patients, which is the census is about 22. We know the need is far greater than that, so we would like to double that. That's our goal, is to double that census so that caregivers have a place for their loved ones to go during the day, to give them a break so they can run errands and also get exceptional care. But we also want to start reaching out into the communities for seniors who relatives want to care for them in the community. We want to start doing caregiver support so that seniors can age in place and have relatives help them. And we haven't really reached that point where we're able to do that. So we'd like to start branching into more community-based services so seniors can age in place and don't have to be put in an adult day health program or in a nursing home, and so doing more prevention and wraparound within the home. So very similar to a child welfare model.
Yeah, now we're seeing housing prices skyrocket, rent prices going up, and it's hitting a lot of sectors of the population, not just seniors on fixed income, but also lower income families, people with children, people who are working lower wage jobs. Does it concern you at all that as these rent prices go up, that there's going to be a huge demand on what you guys provide?
What we've been able to do is we have been very successful in the last 2 years applying and receiving something called the Victims of Crime Act funds. Washoe County received over $2 million last year and this year, so that really helped our housing for our child welfare population. So we have had to become much more creative and more competitive in applying for grants to meet those needs. We also have we opened a temporary assistance for displaced seniors called our TADS program, and that was for that exact reason, because we saw that seniors were being displaced because of either rent was going too high or they were getting evicted. And so we opened a 14-bed facility with it was a gift from the state of Nevada, Department of Health and Human Services. And so we're able to service a little bit of the need, but we are full. We opened it and we're full. And so we have to continue to look at other grants and other revenue sources to help us through that. The good news is the VOCA money can be used for seniors as well if they were victims. So that gives us a little bit of money to play with, but certainly not sustainable. So we're able to meet the immediate crisis, but need to develop a more long-term sustainability plan if the market continues to rise as we're seeing it, every day.
Yeah, we just have a couple minutes left, but I do want to ask you this. If people are watching this thinking, okay, I'd like to help, is there a way that you can use the community's help?
Absolutely. I mean, we have, whether it's a child in need of a steady hand or a mentor or a forever family, or help with school supplies, or getting involved with foster children, that is something that we always welcome. Our donations for foster kids. For our adult population, we are experiencing the devastation of homelessness and not having housing, struggling with addiction, and the need for case management. So anything that the community can do to help us towards that goal, provide healthier citizens is a healthier community, and we have that in our Crossroads program, and we'd like to continue to expand that. And for our seniors, we accept and appreciate volunteers. They help us deliver meals. They help come and play music for our seniors. They help in our senior centers. So there's lots of things that the community can get involved in to help with our population.
Okay, and if someone wants to help out, how do they get in contact with you?
So they can call our Washoe County number, 786-8600. Or visit our website. We're launching a brand new website because our agency has changed. So it's HSA on Washoe County's washoecounty.us.
Perfect. Okay, well, we have 1 minute left. So what message do you want people to take away from this? What do you most want them to know?
I want people to know and recognize that no matter what stage they are in their life and what the need might be for them, don't ever be afraid to ask for help or to call and see what services we have available. We have a plethora of services and resources. We have excellent staff willing and able to help.